Well, it is time to pick back up where we left our last video that talked about this truck. You saw it basically in its stock condition. We ended up getting the stalkers sold really quick, so we had to slap these on there. These are originally what we had bought for the show build, but we're gonna go a different direction with it. So that's great because these look awesome, and they are what's gonna get put on this Denali here. So it is a little different than some of the other things that we've ran before. It's still a 24x14, but it is wider. It's a 33, 1450, 24 whenever it comes to the tire. So that 1450 on the width, I mean, that gets pretty dang big there. So you probably saw this if you pay attention to what we do, just in little clips of the other video, but I had to cut the tar out of this thing. Because I didn't put a leveling kit or anything on it, but that's how much I had to cut the bumper before it went basically straight down. So that's what, if you are wanting to run a 14 wide wheel and a 1450 tire, that's about what you can expect with your keys almost cranked. There's maybe another ½ inch or so it could go up. And then back here, I kind of had to cut a little more up this inside piece here, and then yeah, cut a bunch of this metal out back in here. But when you stand up, we take the mud flaps off these things anyway because it's stupid the way they designed them. They'll rub on, dang near rub when they're stock. So ended up cutting that out, and yeah, obviously took the brackets out on the front and back like we did on our other trucks, pulled all that back, and obviously right here would have been your glow plug or your block heater on these trucks. So if you live somewhere cold, this probably obviously isn't an option for you. We don't have an issue with that here, so that's what was decided to do. And now we are getting I had to slap these on before I ever got my wheel ring lights on, rock lights, nothing. So only thing we did was turn the keys up, cut this truck, and put these wheels and tires on it. So we really didn't skip anything with you guys, but now I've got the back started here. I'm putting my wheel ring lights back on. I'm going to put 3 pods in the fenders, fender liner there. And then, yeah, we'll see how extensive it gets on the rest of the rock lights, and we'll take you guys along. Obviously need to do some work. These tail lights kind of stand out like a sore thumb. I hate the reflectors in these. Haven't decided if I'm going with full color match and taking this to a paint guy to have it done, or if I'm just going to unplug the light that's in these and paint them black. And then same thing on the amber in the headlights. Not a fan of that either, so I don't know if I'll have it taken apart and painted. It depends how long we're going to keep this truck around, obviously, for the extent amount of work that we're going to put into it. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at on this baby. I'm going to get these lights and stuff put on. We'll take a look at this truck and then get into some details on what we can do to kind of dress it up and make it look a little more flashy. Already a great looking truck, but that's where we're at for now. We'll just keep you posted as we go. Well, we finally got the rock lights done. Cole's having problems up front. I don't know if you heard that. Wheel ring lights, rock lights are all on this truck. There is 27 on here, I believe. So really looking forward to seeing it at night, what it ends up looking like. But we started doing some taping off and some color matching that we talked about. As we move up here a little bit, this badge, plasti dipped, still have to peel off the edges, obviously got overspray. This is what we did on all those orange marker flares. Put tape over it, cut out around it, paint them black, and then they look really nice when you pull them off. At least it blends together with the flare instead of standing out like a sore thumb with the orange. And then moving up to the headlight here, we've taped off a nice little edge around here to get rid of the amber that's in that general area. Done the badge. Working on this side, and this is what it looked like with those flares. Obviously need to clean the paint up, but really cleans up the look of the truck, at least getting some colors to be able to begin to flow together. But that is where we were at. I will show you what it looks like once I get all this stuff taken off the front end and cleaned up. And yeah, I love this part. Almost perfect.
Wait. Got it.
Alrighty, so that's an update on the truck. Looking forward to showing it to you whenever it's finished, pulled outside, rock lights, all that jazz. So show it to you then. Good evening, everyone. Kind of showed you an update on the truck. You obviously know that when it comes to our lighting and things, we try to do whatever we can to change it up. One thing we don't like is the ember that is in these. So if you look at it, that's what it looks like driving down the road at night, as well as your cab lights. We're in the process of getting rid of that completely. I just did something that worked on the other side, which it makes sense. It's pretty simple, but I just hadn't heard much about it, so I wanted to show you guys what I did. So to be able to get to where these lights hook up, you have to get a hold of this baby, your mirror here, and not break it. Get your fingers under there if you can. And then pop out your mirror completely. Once you pop that out, there is, I think they're Torx head. I don't know, maybe they're T somethings. There's 4 of them right there. Grab your impact or whatever, pull those out, and then I will show you what's under there and what you have to unplug. All right, so pull this baby out, which is what your mirror clips into, and then you have literally only bundle of wires that are under it, and that's what goes to those lights that are out there. So grab a hold of that with a pair of pliers, unplug that, no more amber lighting. So as you can walk around and see from the other side, it's just going to be like your lights aren't on whatsoever, and that's how you do it. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and really going to clean up the look of the truck. So as you saw, open that baby up, unplug it. The part I had trouble with last time is basically this pushes into this little ribbed piece of plastic, and then has some tabs that clicks in. You have to hold it just right, and it feels like you're gonna snap the mirror off in your hand. Not the best feeling in the world. That doesn't feel quite right. Oh yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, you gotta push pretty hard. It feels like you're gonna break it, but now, voila. You go here, turn on your lights, boom. The lights. So I know that sounds backwards. You want your lights to come on when you turn them on, but in this case you don't, so there we go. We're successful, so thank you for watching. Well, I really wanted to show you guys the truck all cleaned up, but that's not gonna happen. We had ourselves a nifty little storm coming through, so had to load up the old truck here with the plows and stuff and get after it. So not much of a revealing as far as being clean or having rock lights on, the truck minted out and whatnot, but we're doing some pretty hardcore melting today. You can see a little bit of the headlight work there that we did with the stuff pulled off of it. Obviously that would have been orange. You saw the badges, but basically we just got all the overspray cleaned up. Paint seemed to hold up pretty good through driving it through the nasty weather and stuff, and it virtually got rid of all the orange. We will get some shots of this truck once I clean it up, probably in the next video, and kind of just do some examination of what this truck has option wise. I mean, obviously, yes, it's a Denali, but just because it's a Denali doesn't mean it's loaded. It could have, a few thousand options here so far as price is, or the other direction. So we'll really show you what this truck has, and kind of an overview of it, if it's really that different from my high country that I had, if I like it being a 1-ton, kind of see the difference there. But I mean, at this point, it's kind of the same old song and dance on having a truck you work out of. It's got 300 miles on it, and I had my doors open and stuff, or windows rolled down a little bit in a few places, so we slung some mud on the seats and stuff like that. It's not terribly dirty, but a little bit of mud around for it being pretty much new. So yeah, at least we're getting to put it to use a little bit, and showing you guys you know, what it's slowly turning into. I do have a schedule to get it in to get tinted. That'll make a huge difference in the appearance of the truck. Yeah, so I think that's where we're going to leave this video. I hope you like this truck that I got. If you have some suggestions on some different things, please just let us know. We always want to try different stuff. We want to, you know, do things different, even though, yes, we've been buying the same trucks and basically putting borderline the same setups and stuff on them. It's not that we wouldn't try something else. So even if it's just to, you know, give it a try, something we wouldn't necessarily choose to run, but could get a hold of it and put it on there, we can try that. So until we get some of those comments, truck's probably going to stay a little bit like this for a while. I do need to get some stuff done back here on the rear end. Nothing's been debadged at all, and I haven't done anything with the tail lights yet or the third brake light, but by the time we get back with the next video, we should get some of those things done. But yeah, that's what she is. I hope you liked the video and the story that'll go along with this truck. So we'll catch you on the next one.